Elementary and secondary education, which is available free of charge from local governments in the United States, is not a top issue in this year's U.S. presidential election. It didn't even come up during the debate between the two candidates, former President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris. The issue is, however, near the top of the list for these mothers who gathered recently in Washington at a rally organized by a coalition of conservative groups. Natalia Marakfer, a registered Democrat, told VOA she is switching tickets to vote Republican in this election, mostly because of education. She said she doesn't want gender identity to be taught in public schools.
I think it's common sense that these are conversations that need to be had in the home. You also have to ask, why is this material being introduced now, and what material is it replacing? We have literacy rates that are abysmal, math, science.
For former teacher Patty Alexander, the issue is transgender people playing in children's sports leagues.
Biological boys should play in boys' sports. Boys could hurt girls, and for girls' safety, we need girls and biological girls in girls' sports.
Other mothers told VOA they are wary of the U.S. Department of Education, which they think has too much control over local school systems. Among them are Rebecca Weber.
I think that we need a complete overhaul. I think that government has gotten too big.
And Sam Sorbo.
Yes, we should abolish the Department of Education. I don't know why we have a Department of Education.
These mothers will be voting for Trump. Other parents say they take a different view and do not identify with Trump or the Republican Party.
Kamala Harris believes that I exist and Trump doesn't.
A mother who identifies as queer, Professor Bethy Leonardi, founded a group that works for acceptance of LGBTQ plus youth in schools. She says gender identity education curriculums are needed, even at a young age.
I have a 5-year-old. And gender is one of the first conversations that we have. There are kids very young who are coming out as trans. And so in their schools and in their classrooms, it is really important that other students understand what it means to be transgender.
Parents should not be worried about transgender kids playing in school sports leagues, said parent and professor Elizabeth Meyer, who studies this issue.
Just saying that a trans person is all of a sudden going to be faster, stronger, more dangerous, more skilled somehow to the other kids is really misunderstanding the natural variation that happens in a group of kids.
And Meyer is no fan of Trump.
When one candidate, Trump, who is talking about dismantling the federal Department of Education, that will totally harm all kinds of programs that impact all kinds of children across the country.
Trump opposes transgender people playing in girls' sports and gender identity education in public schools. Those on the opposite side of these issues say Harris is with them. And Trump has talked of banning the education department. Harris wants to keep it. Laurel Bowman, VOA News, Washington.